Can you guess what we're going to be talking about? Apples. That's right. We're going to be talking about apples. Look, I have 1, 2, 3 books about apples. These 2 books are informational textbooks. They have pictures on them that somebody took with a camera. That's the illustrations. They're real pictures that somebody took with a camera. This book over here, somebody drew the illustrations. They drew it with pencils or crayons. In this story and this story, the pictures were taken with cameras. They are called informational texts. This story was taken, the person, the illustrator, drew the picture with crayons or colored pencil. So we're going to take a look at this story. Apples for Everyone. Have you ever eaten an apple before? Or maybe something that was made from an apple, like apple sauce, or apple cider, or apple dumplings, or apple pie. Lots of things can be made from apples, or you can just eat an apple without anything else. So the title or the name of our story is Apples for Everyone. This is the front cover. We flip it over. This is the back cover. Again, the title or the name, Apples for Everyone. Seen any apples lately? Look at that picture. The girl has 2 apples for her eyes. Isn't that silly? The apples really aren't her eyes. She's holding them up in front of her eyes. Early each year, in orchards and backyards, apple trees bloom. So apple trees get little flowers on them. See how they're all white? Some of the flowers are white and some are pink. Drawn by the sweet smell, bees buzz from blossom to blossom. A flower is also sometimes called a blossom. So here we have a little bee that's coming in, and he's going to take the nectar from this flower, and then he's going to go over to this flower and take some nectar from it. That's how bees make honey. And also, from the bees coming down on the flower, that's where apples are started. As time passes, petals flutter to the grass and fuzzy bumps appear. So there the leaf petals from the flower fell to the ground and fuzzy little bumps start to appear. Slowly, that baby apples grow bigger, turning all shades of red, a glowing green, and a cheerful yellow. So not all apples are red. Did you know that? Apples might have golden speckles or snazzy stripes. Look, that one has a stripe on it. And this one has little yellow speckles on it. Be round as a ball or tall and lumpy bottomed. So look at the bumps on that one. But these are kind of rounded, aren't they? So they're different shapes and sizes. Limbs droop heavy with ripe fruit. Look at all those apples that fell on the ground. I bet the deer would love to eat that. Some apples thud to the ground, then rot and become food for growing trees. So here we have some apples that are starting to rot away, and it'll rot down into the ground and become food for new apple trees, or the apple tree that it's under. At last, it's fall. harvest time, and fresh apples are everywhere. Look at those apple trees. They're still full of apples, but look at these boxes. They're full of apples too. Wow, that's a lot of apples. So the farmer, we can see the farmer here with the tractor moving those heavy boxes of apples around on his farm. Grocery stores, farmers markets, roadside stands. You might even climb a ladder to pick your own. Your teeth sink in crunch, and tart, sweet juice dribbles down your chin. And there's an apple that somebody was eating. People bob for apples at Halloween parties or dip them into melted caramel for a sweet, gooey treat. Oh, that's my favorite. I love caramel apples. So yummy. Apples may be baked into pies and cinnamony desserts and added to yummy treats like Thanksgiving stuffing. Some are cooked into thick applesauce or crushed to make juice. Have you ever had apple juice? So they crush the apples. That's how they make the apple juice. On a chilly night, a steaming mug of tangy cider chases away those goosebumps or your chills. Apple trees have been growing in America for hundreds of years. Since colonists brought pips or apple seeds from England. So the apples have been growing here for a long, long, long time. When most of America was still unsettled, a pioneer named John Chapman spent his summers hiking through the wilderness, planting apple seeds wherever he went. His nickname was Johnny Appleseed. So he planted apple trees all across America. That's where we live, it's America. An apple's seeds lie in its core. Cut an apple crossways and you'll see the shape of a star. So if you have an apple sitting here, this is the bottom of the apple and the top of the apple is over there. If you turn this apple so it's laying like this and cut it in half, then you can see the star. Each of the star pockets has 1 or 2 seeds sleeping inside. So those are the seeds of the apple. The seeds is what you would plant to get a new apple tree. Americans eat more apples than any other fruit. So people love to eat apples here in America. There are many flavors to choose from, with names like Fuji, Gala, Granny Smith, Honeycrisp, Jonathan, Macintosh, Pink Lady, and Red Delicious. And look at all the different colors. They are bright red, and they slowly move down to like a reddish yellow, and green. Many different kinds and flavors of apples. Have you found your favorite? My favorite kind of apple to eat is a Honeycrisp. This one looks like a Honeycrisp apple. Ah, love at first bite. Oh, apples taste so good, don't they? They are delicious. Have you eaten an apple today?